Welcome everyone to another episode of Books and Beers. Hopefully you saw last week's review with Falcon. He reviewed Ultra Marathon Man. The author of that book actually commented in our Instagram, so that was pretty cool. If you want to check out our Instagram, I'm going to put it down below. First author that comments in our review, so that means that we're doing something right. For this week, we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite books, actually the second book I read this summer, and it's called Sapiens. It's a pretty well-known book. Yuval Noah Harari is a huge author. He has actually a trilogy of books. They are Sapiens, which is about the past, Homo Deus, which is about the future, and then a book about the present, which is 21 Lessons of the 21st Century. We're going to be reviewing all of them in this channel, but let's focus today on Sapiens. Sapiens is divided into 4 parts, with the first one being one of my favorites. It's called the Cognitive Revolution, and it's how the sapiens, us, the humans, beat other human species and other animal species and became the dominant species in the world, the dominant animal in the world. And it talks about how humans were able to think and create fictions, so create myths, create religion, create corporations, create your bank account, like create all these things that if you think about them, they don't really exist, but you're able to create them and you believe in them. In that way, the humans were able to come together and rule over all other animal species that could not do the same. So that's the first part. He then talks about the agricultural revolution and how it might be the biggest lie of all, because when you think about the agricultural revolution, you think that it helped people settle, grow, and yeah, it did. It helps people settle, grow, and as a community, because you can now feed a huge population in a small parcel of land. But the problem was that new stresses came about, new problems, whether the harvest was going to be able to provide for the whole city, back problems, different in classes. So all these new problems arise, and there's the argument, were we better before when we were foragers and savages, without stress, without sickness, without muscle problems, bone problems, or are we better now? We're able to produce our own food and settle and create huge cities, even though we have all these problems added on, and our species is becoming weaker and weaker because we feed ourselves more with plant products rather than eating animals all the time. So definitely something to talk about, and that's what this book makes you do. Just think about like what you do, why things happen, and it's an insightful read. Then on the third part, I already alluded to this, but he goes on to mention that these 3 big myths, which he says are religion, money, and government, through these 3 myths, humans are able to unionize in a way and be able to grow and globalize and come to what we are now, in contrast with monkeys that can't create money or don't understand the concept of money or religion or corporations or banks. Then for the fourth part, he talks about more current events. He talks about socialism versus capitalism in the 20th century. He talks about climate change. He talks about sexuality. He gives his scientific view, his personal views. He uses evidence from the past to base his arguments. So it's truly an insightful read. And at the end, which is probably the best chapter in the book, he leaves kind of a cliffhanger for Homo Deus. And I'm not gonna obviously spoil it for you, but it makes you think, like, is it gonna be the end of the Homo sapiens in the near future? Is something else going to take over? What are the factors that are leading this change? So it really makes you think. So in terms of a book, I think this is a must read for anyone. It talks about everything, it teaches you about everything, and I'll give it a 4.7. It's that good of a book, and you should definitely give it a read. And for the beer this week, I picked, obviously, book about history. I picked the oldest beer, actually the oldest company still active in the world,
Weihenstephaner.
Yeah, I don't know if I said that right, but I'll probably just put something over my voice to pronounce it. Weihenstephaner. So more editing magic for you guys.
Terrible idea.
I'm just gonna... Also, that was a big L on my part, but I guess we're back, fully cut and ripped glass. We're gonna have to drink straight out of the bottle, but whatever. Weihenstephaner for you. Oldest beer, oldest company, started in 1010. Yeah, 1010 in a monastery, still going. Salud. To be honest with you, I can taste the dust of how old it is. No, but nothing special, you know. Don't think I would recommend this beer. It's nothing special. Sorry, Steffenheimer. Pretty cool that you're the oldest company, though. Not even gonna finish it. The first episode where the host doesn't finish the beer. Drop a like for that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you think. And I'm gonna leave the Amazon link for Sapiens if you want to check it out. I really do recommend Sapiens. Don't recommend the beer. And yeah, peace.